let's look at some other tools that you are going to find handy in your journey in Adobe Illustrator. So let's first look at the line tool. The line tool is somewhere here. Once you click on that, it's going to give you the line segment tool, and you can draw from one point to another. So once I click on this point, if I hold my shift key, if I want to make a straight line, 0 degree, 180 or 360 degree line, I hold my shift key, it's going to lock that line to make a straight line. You can see that happening here. Of course, you can see my line doesn't have like any color here, so I can click on that and give it a stroke color or an outline color. Let's say I give it like let's say blue color, so you can see my line properly. If I have the line again from this point, holding my shift key to this point, it makes 45 degrees. You can see that happening. If I hold my shift key from this point to this point, I'm going to make a vertical line. If I hold it again from point A to point B, I'm going to make like 135 or 315 angle. So you can see that happen. Of course, if I want, I wouldn't lock my lines. I can just freely draw on any angle that I want. So just click and drag and stop. Click and drag and stop. Now if you know the length of any line you want to draw, once you click on anywhere, you can select the length of line. Let's say I want to draw 100, and then let me say I'm going to want to keep it at angle of 0. If I click OK, it's going to make a straight line. You see that happening here. If I click on again, maybe I want to make the one that has like say 200, and I want to keep this thing at 135. Automatically it's going to make that, and I click OK, then I'm going to see that. So this is how you can use your line tool to make any length of line you want to draw. The next step is the arc tool, and the arc tool is going to come in handy when you want to make some basic curves. So once you right click on the line tool, you're going to see the arc tool here. Once you click on that, clicking from point A to point B makes this kind of point. You can see that happening here. Point A to point B makes this. Just clicking and dragging. Point A to point B. Point A to point B. So that's basically how to make use of your arc tool. Of course, the same way, if you know the axis, the X and Y axis of your arc, you can actually put that here and then click OK, and it's going to make that for you as well. So the next step is how to make use of the spiral. Now the spiral is also found the same place you get your arc tool, it's just beneath it. Once you click on that, you can click from one point to another point, and it makes a spiral. From one point to another point, and it makes a spiral. Now there are several styles for this spiral, but you get to find these styles once you click, and then you can switch from one style to another. The ones we drew has always been on this style, so I'm going to switch to this one to be able to make these two. Once I click OK, see that happening here. If I select my point A to point B, it makes this kind of shape here. If I pick from point A up to point B, it makes this particular shape here. So this is how to make use of these three important tools in Adobe Illustrator.